Hey guys, Rezome here, coming at you again from WoD in the PTR 6.0.2. It's going to be coming out pretty soon. A lot of people are speculating October 14th, October 16th. Some say even as early as October 7th. But today I'm here to talk to you guys about pretty much changes in Warlords of Draenor, specifically tanking and healing. Right now, we're going to cover healing. I don't know if I'm going to have time today to put up another video in regards to tanking, but I'm going to try. And then tomorrow, possibly tomorrow, I'm going to put out a video and let you guys know where I come from, my history, how I got started in Warcraft. A little bit about myself and why I think you guys should be subscribing to my channel and pretty much hanging out. So, we'll get right into it. Healing changes in WoD. I'm not going to go over every single healing change. This video would be an hour long if I did that, if I went through every single class. But having played a healer for the better part of 9 years, and playing one in every expansion and seeing how they've kind of progressed and changed over the course of Blizzard's history with World of Warcraft, I can effectively say that it's going to be different. Big time. No one has played a healer like this since the Burning Crusade, since pre-Burning Crusade. I find it kind of interesting that Blizzard is picking the story of the Black Portal to go back in, or the Dark Portal I should say, to go back in time and kind of rewind and look back at how this whole Garrosh, Grom, Hellscream, Iron Horde thing came to be. And it's a good analogy because that's what they're doing essentially with the game. They're bringing it back to its roots, to how it started. And as far as healing goes, it's a much slower pace. We're not hitting the same button 1,000 times while the global cooldown is activated, and it's a much slower pace. It's not spam, 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 spam. And you'll see that in the video. I'm sure you've seen it already. Not that it's spam, spam, spam now in mists, but you definitely have to pay attention more. I'll say that. I'm not talking about, if you're doing heroic content, then obviously you have to pay attention. But it got to the point, specifically if you were a disc priest, a lot of the times you could just atonement heal and you'd be fine. You definitely are not as effective, and you should be switching targets and knowing when to cast your spirit shell and proactively, not reactively, proactively shielding tank targets and members of your raid, 10 or 25 depending on what you did. But in Warlords, it's going to get to the point where if you're not paying attention to what's going on and the boss abilities, the boss mechanics, the trash mechanics, because the mechanics do apply to trash, you will wipe. In a 5-man, I dare say, obviously it's going to happen in a raid, whether that be the normal, heroic, or mythic content, you absolutely need to be paying attention 100% of the time. And especially because it's so easy to fall behind. It's so easy to fall behind. If you lose it, for you to catch up is extremely difficult. It's a lot more, not so much watching people's health bars, but as a healer, we kind of have to know the tank classes. we kind of have to know the DPS classes. We have to know their abilities. We have to know their cooldowns that they can use in regards to survivability, because we have some of our own. Some are better than others, some are more important than others, some are on a longer cooldown than others. So if we're going to blow that 3-minute cooldown, it better be used at the right time, because if the situation arises again where, say, a hunter could have popped a turns to survive and the tank is going down and he already popped shield wall, or he already popped savage defense, or he already popped survival instincts, or lay on hands, or whatever, that's kinda on us. We screwed up, and the DPS screwed up too, because they could have survived. Rogue, smoke bomb, vanish, faint, whatever. You know, there's a lot that a DPS class can do to survive. The main point to take away from this video, guys, if you haven't played a healer before, or you just started to play one in Mists of Pandaria, and you're like, oh, this is fun, I wanna do this in Warlords or Draenor, I encourage you to do that, and I'm thrilled to hear that and know that you guys think like that, and you're definitely in for a challenge. And I would say that to anybody, not just healers. If you played a DPS class in Mists of Pandaria, it's going to be different in Warlords. If you just started tanking in Mists of Pandaria, and you're planning on tanking or healing or damaging, whatever you did in Mists, whatever you're planning on doing in Warlords, it's going to be a lot different. It's going to be a lot different, especially if you tanked in Mists for the first time and you want to tank in Warlords, or you healed for the first time in Mists, or you damaged for the first time in Mists, and now you're going to bring it over to Warlords. It is going to be vastly different, and I don't know if you're really going to like it. I hope you do, and I would encourage you to stick with it. Absolutely, whatever you're planning on doing, whether that may be tanking, damaging, or healing, stick with it. You know, you guys might find that as you get better gear, you might enjoy it a little bit more, or you might hate it. Who knows? But as far as the healing goes, everything's just slowing down. They're just putting the brakes on. We're going back to the Burning Crusade, back to pre-BC. We're getting rid of all that spammy bullshit. You know, this is how it's going to be. If you cast the wrong spell as a healer, you are going to cause the person you're healing to die. You are going to cause yourself to die, or your group, or your raid. I mean, there's no longer that mentality of, oh yeah, well, the heal can just take care of itself. You know, like I said, I'm going to try and get that tanking footage up today. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it, mainly because I can no longer copy my characters from the live realm to the PTR, unfortunately. So, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you think about the healing, about the tanking, about the DPS. I want to know what you guys think you want to do in Warlords based on this video. Did I change your mind? Did I turn you off to healing? I mean, let me know what's going on. Let me know how you guys feel about the situation. Please remember to like, comment, or subscribe. And if you guys need to get in touch with me, you can find me on Tumblr, Twitter, Twitch, or obviously on YouTube, as you are no doubt watching the video right now if you're hearing this message. Or if you'd like, you can just email me directly at rezomtv@gmail.com. I hope to hear from you guys soon. Have a great rest of the weekend.